at a cafe in Koreatown. What have we been talking about right now?
We've been talking about the frustration of viral video.
Viral and valuable, and this overlap right here. How do you get like we're trying to find that
Trying to get
sweet
there.
spot. Our content is like it could be so much more valuable to you guys. Oh, so watch our freaking great videos. Stop watching our crap, you guys. You know what I mean? Oh my god, everyone's gonna think I'm crazy.
No.
You know, making a living from filmmaking, you have to understand the insane struggle of balancing business and art. How do you create something meaningful that hits the numbers, brings in money, and is artful? Some ideas are more about the numbers, others more about the art. But half a year ago, we thought of an idea together that felt like it was the perfect balance.
We're gonna bring them in. They'll come in like single file, but they won't be like conservatives, right? Like everybody.
The idea was, what if you got people with completely opposite belief systems together in a single room to share an authentic, meaningful space?
What? You're not a conservative?
You're not a liberal?
We would name this series Middle Ground. The idea was entertaining, but meaningful, marketable, but artful, mainstream, but challenging. We thought we had a winner on our hands.
I feel like it got better and better as we went on. The last one was just like
Got crazy. People were getting.
Until we got to the editing stage.
Taylor,
Ian.
what have you been going through?
Well, you see, there's this edit that has proven to be very difficult because it could go a bazillion different ways. Actually, I should look at this red thing.
It's not all fun and games what we do every day. There's a different level of commitment that comes into play when building a company with everybody pulling their weight. But nobody has more pressure than Jason, our founder and CEO, who's responsible for the cash flow to make this whole thing work.
All right, Jason, what are you doing right now?
I'm about to call an investor who may be interested in investing in Jubilee. We're trying to raise capital, and we're trying to raise around $750,000 to grow Jubilee, which sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. Hi, is this Josh? Hi, Josh. This is Jason from Jubilee. How are you?
What we're trying to do is expensive.
Good.
And it takes time and it takes money. And honestly, at first, this idea of like raising capital and finding investors was really, really scary and really difficult. But I think over time I've realized that, you know what, we're trying to do something really important.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we want to just tell stories that speak to human connection.
I believe that this is something that the world needs and wants right now, especially now more than ever when the world is divided and people are discouraged. And yet we're asking deep questions about purpose and passion and how do I give back. We want to be that media company that represents all of that.
Hi, Eric. This is Jason from Jubilee.
We have huge vision. In order for us to get there, we need some incredible people to support us financially.
We've got a potential investor. His name is Perry, to talk about whether he would invest in Jubilee. And I asked him.
90% of startups die in the first couple years. So to ask people to give us money while we're still a super young startup is a really ballsy and petrifying thing to do. Without anything to prove ourselves, how do you convince investors you'll be the next Google, the next Disney, Netflix, or Amazon? And if nobody comes on board, what happens?
Yeah, you can send him up, please.
We would all lose our jobs,
Thank
and there'd be no more Jubilee.
He's here. How do I look?
You look
Normal?
phenomenal.
Perry? Hey, what's up, bud? Hey, that's much. How you doing? Good, good.
Good to see you.
Good to
Good to
see
see
you.
you. Tell me a little bit more about Jubilee Media.
So Jubilee, we want to be the definitive media company for millennials that is positive and aspirational. I feel like more now than ever, like the world is very divided and we need stories to bring us together. At this point, for me, it's not a question of whether we'll succeed or not. It's a matter of, do we want to be a $30 million company, like a $300 million company, or like a $3 billion company?
Okay, all right, that leads
Very
into
audacious,
well,
obviously,
no, that
to say
leads
that,
into
but-
I guess when you're going through that kind of thought process. process? What makes you even say, you know what, I'm happy with being a smaller version of myself?
That's a good question. I don't think I appreciate or like when founders or investors or whoever will just like blow smoke up people's butt and just say like, we're gonna be that $7 billion company. Sure. That being said, I really believe that there's gonna be a major player in this space if we get the capital that we need and we get the advisors that we need, which is on me right now. Mm-hmm. We're gonna be that size because someone will be that size, and why not us? I also know how difficult it's gonna be and how much work that will take. Yeah. Cool. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
What do you think?
Yo, that was very interesting to witness.
Was it? This is what
how do you think you did?
This I don't think actually was my A game. I think I was like a little thrown off by the camera, to be honest, because I was like thinking in the back of my head like, what should I be saying? Like, how should I articulate this? And then some people like, I just don't get it. And you really feel like,
oh crap.
Yeah, like you're making nothing. I have a whole list of investors, and like, the list is like almost 50 people now. Then that means like at least 30 or 40 of them have said no to me, kind of tangentially.
Anyway, getting investors on board is one thing, but obviously there are other hurdles too, like getting the edit just right for this new web series that we poured our hearts, time, energy, and a lot of money into that just wasn't working.
So you're having a hard time like tying it together?
Yeah.
You mean? And creating that like full arc, right?
Yeah, kind of.
I see.
Very confused.
Of course, things become even more complicated when everybody disagrees about how to go forward.
So I feel like Yamari just had a lot more notes on this draft than he did on the previous drafts. And then at the end he said that he preferred the last draft and he would rather revert.
Yeah, it just felt like it lost the spontaneity of it, like, and I know we have the hook, but I feel like the hook isn't gonna...
We gave Taylor probably the opposite feedback. Trying to think.
So you were getting a lot of feedback.
Getting a lot of feedback and a lot
notes.
of different views on like...
Opposing views.
Middle
For the same film.
Yes. Just like the opposing views in this video.
Oh, nice parallel.
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing.
Oh, I didn't even notice I was doing that.
Oh, I see.
Oh, good morning. Another day.
Another day. Here we go.
Oh my!
Woo! You're big!
Alright, ready? Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Woo!
Oh my god!
Yo! Pull off some magic, yo! Dude, you gotta watch this. It's so much better.
Is it so much better?
Yeah, it's like loads better.
Oh,
good.
great.
Holy crap.
Nice. Great. Yeah, I think it definitely took a huge leap forward.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, just
It's
in terms of
way
like,
better.
packaging and stuff. Yeah.
Way
It's really
better.
good. Some good news, guys. I just found out that Steve Chen, who's the founder of YouTube, is going to invest in us.
I thought you were gonna catch.
That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Crap.
Well, so hopefully the money, I mean, this is him saying yes.
Get us ballin'.
All of this is working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the magic of the retreat. It's great. Susan's like,
We're going to do higher quality content. We're going to have to bring on more people. But people are getting in.
Yeah.
We had Steve Chen, who's the founder of YouTube, invest in Jubilee Media, which is crazy if you think about it. It's been a crazy ride, and I really believe that this is just the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. I feel really lucky and really blessed. Like, who else gets to start a company with some of their closest friends, people that you love, and also get to do things and make content that people are really touched and inspired by? Feels like a dream. That's kind of the gist of what's going on in my life. Yeah.